for arranging and organising this afternoon's webinar. Christian, as you hopefully are all aware, is your Institute International Representative for Ghana. So Christian's continued efforts in arranging events like this, and also looking at other avenues for enhancing and increasing the Institute's standing locally are gratefully received, and I hope you're all in contact with him. And if you do have questions from an in-country local perspective, please do talk to him. I'm delighted to host this afternoon's webinar, and I'd like to welcome Mr. Sharafa as our guest speaker this afternoon. Mr. Sharafa, or I hope he doesn't mind as I call him Larry. Larry is an accounting and finance professional. He's an academic and a speaker of some repute and note, both in the UK and overseas. Larry is also the Institute's international representative for Nigeria. So it's a pleasure to welcome him this afternoon, and very much look forward to his presentation. We held a similar presentation earlier this month for members in Nigeria. That was delivered by a different individual, but it generated a lot of questions, and I think it really helped members and non-members understand the opportunities, both from a UK perspective for those members looking to work or come to the UK, but also to consider some of the, if I can put it like this, hurdles, obstacles that might be in one's way, but the planning that needs to go on to genuinely make it a career option. So look forward to hearing from Larry this afternoon. A couple of questions or a couple of things to point out at the beginning. If we have any technical issues, please do bear with me. I will try to resolve those as quickly as possible. If you have a question, we have the chat facility. We also have the Q&A facility. Please use either of those to pose and raise your questions. I will deal with those as we go along. Larry will probably say to me whether he wants to take them as we go or whether he wants to save them up until the end. I'll be guided by him around that. I will also make a few remarks at the end with reference to CPD and 2021. And I will also just say a few words about renewals and to remind members around renewing their membership. So Larry, can I hand over to you? I know you have the facility to sort of share your screen and put your slides up, but welcome to the Ghana branch meeting, and thank you for taking the time to talk to members this afternoon. So all over to you. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for that brief introduction. It's exactly the way it is. I am very much delighted to join you today at the Ghana online branch meeting. And just as you've mentioned, this is an ongoing effort of the Institute of Financial Accountant to reach out to the world, be it Ghana, Nigeria, and the UAE and every other part of the country where IFA covers. Today, before I sort of go into my slide, I want to first of all recognize that the presence of the CEO of our institute, the person of John Edward, and it's very kind to see John Edward as one of the attendees of this event. And thank you so much to you, Jonathan, and to John for leading our institute and taking us to the next level all the time, especially enabling Africans the opportunity to sort of appreciate what is ongoing and the latest development in the world, be it accounting field, be it be it opportunities that are open to professionals in the UK. So today I'll be looking at the new UK Skills Worker Scheme, exploring opportunities for the IFA members from Ghana. And to do that, I will follow this presentation order, which is getting started and overall consideration. I would look at access to job opportunities here in the UK and what I would like to refer to as the approved employer scheme. I will touch on some key facts of the UK Skilled Worker Scheme. I would also touch on how the Institute of Financial Accountant could support your career and of course your migration plan. Then I will just touch on some popular model and some popular decision that people might sort of take in some occasion or in some instances. Then I will touch on how I can be of help personally, and then I will draw some closing remarks. Okay, to start today's lecture, I think it's important to sort of say a huge thank you to the UK government, because obviously it's the opportunity that has been given to people like us that we enjoy, and that's why we are sharing this information. So most of the time when I've been invited to speak around topics like this, opportunity in the UK, I like to say thank you to the UK government for giving me personally such a fantastic opportunity to be able to share my story. It's a land of opportunity that allows you to sort of attain your goals and aspiration, especially if you know what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And if you know the right place to go, if you know the right people to talk to, if you have the right information, you can be whatever you want to be. And you know, when I arrived in UK, one of the fundamental principles that sort of guide the way things are being done here in the UK is the British values. You know, the UK sort of embrace the British values around democracy, the rule of law, respect, tolerance, and of course, individual liberty. These are some of the traits, or these are some of the values that the British believes in. So if you're an accountant from Ghana and thinking about relocating to the UK, you should be ready that once you arrive in the UK, one of the values that you will embrace alongside with the values of the Institute of Financial Accountant, or alongside with the expectation of IFA in terms of the ethics and professional conduct, is what we call British value. That is democracy, rule of law, respect, tolerance, individual, and liberty. So I've been asked to speak around the UK Worker Scheme, but before I go in depth, I haven't said the background of, you know, the values of the UK and how the UK can allow you to achieve your goals and aspirations. I think I want to put a caveat here. And what's the caveat? The caveat is just to let you know that I am not an immigration advisor. You can find one immigration advisor. This session is just only an information session, which I am just sort of doing this as a committed member of IFA without any reward. So it's an information session. In the tab or in the last slide, I've got list of references or list of useful links that you could sort of rely on, including how to find an immigration advisor. It's always good to look for an immigration advisor who is registered or recognized by the Office of the Immigration Service Commission, OISC. So the only thing I will be doing today is just to provide information. So let's talk about getting started. How do you get started in this journey? The first thing to do is to do research. And research could come in different forms. It could mean attending conferences, it could mean attending seminars, watching YouTube videos, and, you know, reading stuff online, reading content, reading the UK Gov content, or reading the guidelines around what is expected of you as an accountant who is planning to relocate to the UK or is planning to look for a job here. As part of your getting started strategy, one of the things you want to do is to have a meeting with your spouse or with your family. If you're single, you want to speak to your parents and say, look, I'm an accountant and I'm a member of IFA. I want to move to the UK to look for opportunity as an accountant, or to sort of work in the accounting field. So you want to have a meeting with your family. You want to discuss with your spouse. You don't want to leave anyone behind. The purpose of traveling to the UK is to sort of make you achieve your goals, and of course to not to separate you from your family. So you want to sort of get some consent. You want to start planning, and like I said, you want to contact an immigration advisor, and you want to seek the support of experts. You know, when I mean expert, there are different ways that people could demonstrate expertise, in which case they will help you. Then you want to start thinking around the entry clearance and residency status. So when we speak about entry clearance, an entry clearance is what you will popularly refer to as visa. So it's a sort of a stamp or a sticker that allows you entry into the UK. And then when we speak about skilled worker in the UK, we're talking about skilled worker under the scheme that is formally referred to as a Tier 2 visa. There's another skills worker, or there's a possibility of coming to the UK as a representative of an overseas business visa, in which case you're coming to the UK to represent your Ghana business. Say, for example, if you have a successful accounting practice in Ghana, and you have the opinion that you want to attract a foreign client, and there's nothing that stops you from thinking around how you can move to the UK and start, a foreign branch of your successful business in Ghana. So how does that happen? Then you need to read more around representative of an overseas visa. That's what that means. Also, if you are a global talent, or if you're a skilled worker who has demonstrated or who's got track record up to the level of a PhD, and obviously some recognition and endorsement from several, organizations that is recognized by the Home Office, you're more likely to qualify for the global talent visa. So when we speak about skilled worker scheme, we're talking about a point-based visa that recognizes your track record, that recognizes your qualification, that recognizes your experience, that recognizes that you've done so much in your professional career, in which case many of you who are accountants resident in Ghana may more likely or are more likely to qualify for any of these schemes. Some of you have successful businesses that is currently going on in Ghana, and then you want to think of how you can turn that to have a UK branch for that businesses. You'll be shocked to know that there's a lot of businesses who's got branches abroad. One of the reasons why you want to think about that is not the focus of this session, but I like the idea around representative of overseas business, because some people want to transact with you, and they only want to transact with you with English law. They don't want to transact with you with Ghana law. They don't want to transact with you in any other law other than English law. So one of the reasons why you think about having your branch in the UK is because every transaction that you signed in the UK, even though it will be done in Ghana, but it is subject to British law. And that's why I love the idea around representative of overseas business. So it's something to think about as well. Now, remember I said I was going to speak about access to job opportunity and approved employer scheme. Now, let me be honest to you. When we talk about access to job opportunity to Ghana accountant, there's an unlimited space for Ghana accountant to get opportunity in the UK. The internet is a great platform to get a job. If an ordinary Google of accounting job in Ghana will expose you to so many jobs, you're going to see a lot of job, unlimited job, and you will see the requirement. So there's a high level of transparency in terms of, how you can get job online. And there are other ways to look for job, but obviously because you're resident in Ghana, you're currently in Ghana, the only effective way that you will be thinking of at the moment is using the internet. Of course, there's the walk-in strategy, in which case you develop your CV and you walk into offices to drop your CV, but that cannot work for you in this case. There's the referral strategy, perhaps because you have a limited network, that might not work for you, except if you're a member of IFA and you attend IFA events, and then you can sort of speak to people and you can network. But if you're not yet a member at the moment, If you're not a member of IFA now, then you could be thinking of using the internet, which is a great tool for you. But one thing you must notice this: to come to the UK under the skilled work scheme, you need to get a job from an approved employer. An approved employer is that employer who has got an Home Office license to sponsor you to come and work in the UK. And that's why what I have done in this slide is to attach the latest approved employer, the link to that approved employer, the latest version, which was updated by Home Office on the 21st December 2020 as Appendix A to this slide. I'm going to show you and you will see it. One of the first things you want to do is to go to that list and check all the employers. How many employers are on this list that are accounting firm? Then go to their website, send them your CV and send them a cover letter. So this is the way to look for employers that are licensed to employ you. Because you can't go and start looking for job online when in fact the employer is not licensed. So in terms of access to job, trust me, you are qualified to look for job in the UK if you have the talent, if you have the skills, and if you have the requirement. And the whole essence of the Tier 2 or the whole essence of the skills visa is for the UK government or for the UK industry or for the UK to be able to attract talent all over the world. That is the purpose. And some accounting firm even go to their client and say, look, we have a license to recruit people from all over the world. So don't worry, we can't be short of staff. I know of colleges, I know of universities, I know of different industry who score points because they have license. Because what that means is that they cannot have staff turnover issue because they can attract talent all over the world, or they can attract staff all over the world. So it's a huge advantage to both the employer and to us as a potential employee. Now let's talk about some key facts. What are some of the key facts that one might need to know around the skilled worker scheme? Well, the first key fact we should ask ourselves, or the first thing that, one of the things that will come to mind, is the job that we want to do. What is the level of English that is required? How much does it even cost to get this visa? Can we bring our partner? Okay. So in terms of accounting job, the UK government has a list of what we call eligible occupation and code. And I've just referred to these two codes, for example, because it relates to us as an accountant based in Ghana. The code 3537, the financial and accounting technician, is one relevant code. Because it's one thing to get an employer, it's another thing to be able to know what code are they going to assign to you as your job or as your job role. It's important that your job role and the relevant code assigned to you must be consistent, because we don't want to have a visa rejection issue. And sometimes employers don't know all of this, because in demonstrating talent or in telling the employer that we are a skilled employee, we have to demonstrate knowledge of all of this information as well. Because some busy employer, they don't even have the time to sort of go through all of this. That's why they needed you in the first place. So you must be able to demonstrate knowledge of high level of research into all of this. Another code I've referred to here is 2423, which is management consultant and business analyst. You would agree with me that as an accountant, these two codes seems relevant to us and we can do well in these two roles. This is not the only code. There are loads of eligible occupation codes that the UK government have published, in which case, down below the slide, I've attached the link to the code as an appendix to this slide. Remember, I told you that this is pretty much an information section. And just to give you a further details of what type of job would come under 3537 code, I've listed them: accounting technician, business associate banking, financial controller, insolvency administrator, including managing clerk, which is accountancy services. Now, in terms of fee, how much do we need? One of the good news for this type of visa is that it's a visa that you can get, or once you're lucky to get an employer who will sponsor you to come and work for him or her, You can apply for a 3 years visa or a 5 years visa. And after your 5 years, you can begin to think about applying for your indefinite leave to remain in the UK, especially if the employer still requires your services. And if you're applying for up to 3 years visa, you will be paying £610 for yourself. And if you're applying for more than 3 years visa, you'll be paying £1,220. This is, for example, if you're applying for 4 years or 5 years visa, then you'll be paying £1,220. If you're applying from inside the UK, the fee is different. You'll be paying £704 or £1,408 per person for more than 3 years. So this is the fee that you have to pay. In terms of English, I can assure you, or I can tell you that I know for certain that your courses are being delivered in English in Ghana, or some of the university or majority of universities in Ghana did use English as the main language to deliver qualifications such as BSc, Masters, and PhD. But one thing the UK government have asked you to do is to consult the UK NARIC, i.e. send your certificate to UK NARIC and get what we call a conversion or an equivalency certificate from UK NARIC. Of course, that will cost you additional money, but in a way, it sort of demonstrate that comparison-wise, the degree you're holding from Ghana is the same thing as a UK degree. And when you have that, then that means you meet the English language requirement, and you will not need to worry about taking any other test that the UK government has also mentioned that we could take to demonstrate or to show English language. In terms of your partner and your children, the answer is yes, you can come with your families, you can come with your wife, you can come with your children. And that's the good news of this visa, because obviously when you relocate to the UK, working as an accountant or as a management consultant, it means that you can have your lovely wife living with you, with your children, and they can even attend schools, go to school without you having to pay a dime for school fees and all of that. And then they can also be exposed to, very lovely environment, huge opportunity to themselves as well. And your wife can support you as your dependent. So now the question is, how does IFA support you? How do you get support from IFA? You will get support from IFA, pardon me. You will get support from IFA, 1 second. You will get support from IFA in terms of, you can get support from IFA in terms of membership, CPD, education, and technical resources. Now, remember I told you, nobody is ready to sponsor someone who is not a qualified or who is not seen as highly qualified. And one way to demonstrate highly qualified or that you're qualified is by showing your IFA certificate, by showing those letters at the back of your name. Because to practice as an accountant here in the UK, you need organizations such as IFA to be able to sign off account, to be able to advise clients and all of that. So an employer will only bring you into their company because they know you will add value from that point of view. By being a member of IFA, you can even take one step forward by meeting the practicing license requirement of IFA. And then you now hold a practicing license, and that's a huge value to that employee, to that employer. So by being a member of IFA, then it's possible to sort of demonstrate to the employer that you are qualified. And sometimes, if there is a competitive interview, which obviously there is competitive interview, because don't forget that this license exposes employer to an international recruiting space, which means people will be applying from Belgium, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Togo, from America, from everywhere. People apply everywhere. So one way to sort of raise the bar and sort of put yourself forward and say, look, I'm better off, is to have membership of IFA, in which case that will be supporting your migration plan and putting you ahead of others. And not only that, the Home Office also want to check the judgment of the employer to see whether the employer has actually made the right judgment by giving the right person the job. Because don't forget that the employer will only assign you what we call a course, certificate of sponsorship. Then you will use that certificate to apply for your visa at the Home Office. So you need to demonstrate to the Home Office that you're actually the most qualified candidate who holds a dual membership certificate from both IFA and IPA. The Home Office will know that, yes, this candidate is good. A lot of employers these days are only interested in an employee that showed genuine commitment to CPD. If you look at my CV, if you look at my LinkedIn some few days ago, I was celebrating the fact that I just got a new qualification at level 4. I'm not stupid. I know that my PhD is a level 8 qualification, but no matter what, you need to commit yourself to continuous development program. And as a member of IFA, at least I must meet 20 CPD points every year. This is mandatory for me as a member of the institute if I'm involved in an accounting related activities. Now with IFA, my CPD plan remains active, and that's what an employer is looking for. An employer wants a staff that can show commitment to continuous professional development, because that is the point where value creation is assured. You can only create value when you know, when you are knowledgeable, when you research, when you develop yourself. That's where you can create value. And also, because you're coming from Ghana, you may have not been exposed to some certain qualification which is UK related, or which are UK variants, so to say. For example, the UK law, UK tax, UK auditing. With your membership of IFA, you can benefit from educational scheme or the IFA educational related courses that are available to both members and non-members who want to sort of take courses so that UK tax, UK law, and UK related subject. So I think a membership of IFA is worthwhile in achieving those migration plans. And you get this at a more reduced discount to what a non-member will get. Technical resources is another important thing to mention. You go into a space where people will ask you questions, you cannot say, I don't know, because you're seen as an expert, or you're supposed to be seen as an expert. You're going to a company in the UK, or you're going to be joining a company in the UK where there's likely going to be a problem and they want you to solve it, and you must be able to solve it because you're seen as the expert. It's called skilled worker. You can't say no. For instance, your employer is investing huge amount of money to bring you in to the company. Before they could bring you in, they need to apply for license. They will pay to the Home Office. They will pay to keep their license. They will pay for lawyers for compliance to keep their license. So if they are investing so much heavily on you to bring you in, you cannot tell them you don't know the answer to any question. You have to be on point all the time. And the Institute Technical Resources is a very, very powerful place to rely on. Not to talk of the fact that you will receive several emails which are directed to members only to support them in their day-to-day activities, or to support them in any technical related issues that has to do with accounting in the UK. So I think membership of IFA is worthwhile. It supports your career plan and of course that of your migration plan. Because when you come here with your Ghana accountancy qualification, you won't be able to practice accounting, and you can't even demonstrate that you have a good understanding of UK accountancy with that certificate. It happens to me. I was a member of ICANN, or I am a member of ICANN, not was, I'm still a member of ICANN. But obviously, when I came into the UK, I had no option than to join the IFA, which gives huge values and which creates huge opportunity for me to grow and thrive as an accountant here in the UK. Now, I haven't said all of this. I haven't told you the story about how you can become competent, how you can become employable, how you can source for employer, the list of employer. What are the popular decisions people make? Sometimes people just come from Ghana or from Nigeria or from abroad. They just come here to study first. And after studying, they start working. That's what we call post-study work. Now, this post-study work does not necessarily mean experience work, but they just do post-study work. And then after, they get experience work. This is how some people go for it. If you choose the model one and you come to study here first, you can still join IFA. Nothing is stopping you from joining IFA. Some people come here to study, and after their study, they don't even take the post-study work visa, because the post-study work visa is like internship. Some people don't even take the post-study work visa perhaps because they've joined IFA before they even landed in the UK. They've known so much about the UK, they've researched so much, and they've developed themselves to a level of experienced professional. After their study, they just go straight to working. Why some people work? Or some people, the third model, some people will study, they will work, and luckily for them, they will find a spouse and they get married, and they just still continue with accounting career without necessarily looking for an employer to sponsor them. And the last model is some people will study, they will get experience job as an IFA member, and they will still target the global talent visa, which I showed you before now. So there are various ways people have sort of navigate their way to becoming, relocating to the UK, working here, settling, and all of that. And as long as you go the genuine route, as long as you go with clear intention, as long as you avoid what we call a goal-oriented state of mind, in which case you only concentrate on the goal. No, you sort of must make sure that you concentrate on the process, not the goal. Okay? So, don't ignore the process and just say, oh, I want to get the global talent. No, I want to get what? No, for you to get that skill work, you need to go through the process. Join IFA, attend branch meeting, develop yourself, commit yourself to CPD. So when you concentrate on the process, that will take you to achieving your goal. And that's what people like us did. So those are some of the decisions people will take. Now the question is this: which is the best? Which is the best form of decision for you out of all of this? Which is the best? The answer is so difficult to tell you which model to pick, because all of our life are so unique to copy the part of others. You don't need to copy my part. I don't need to copy your part. Just do research and concentrate on the process. You don't copy anybody. Just commit yourself to developing yourself. Commit yourself to sort of adding value to yourself. Commit yourself to continuous professional development. Commit yourself to becoming part of a global network or an international organization like IFA. Then you will get there. You don't need to copy any way or any decision. Remember, I told you how I can be of help. How can I help you? Okay. Well, there are several ways in which I can help you. Obviously, I belong to the IFA network, and your country representative can also be of help in terms of how you can join IFA. I like to say it anywhere I go that IFA is a full member of the International Federation of Accountants, in which case you can see IFA like every other renowned accountancy professional membership organization. So in that regard, I can definitely be of help, and Christine can also be of help in that regard. Okay, and I also connect with several other organizations which can sort of propel thinking or propel support for you. But definitely keep in touch and reach out to your country representative. I do a lot of mentoring. I sort of like to support professionals in whatever ways, in whatever capacity. But the first point of call for you as a Ghanaian is to get in touch with your country representative and then discuss with him, and then whatever you want, as long as we can do for each other, as long as we can support ourselves. This time is a very, very sensitive time, and the coronavirus has sort of shown us that we all need to hold hands and we all need to extend loves and help each other in whatever capacity that we can help each other. So I'm more than happy to be of help in whatever ways I can, but obviously keep in touch with your country representative. Now, just as a closing remark, there are some instances where you have so much huge goals and aspiration. You focus so much in becoming the best version of yourself. You want to be great, you want to be better, but sometimes you get held back for one reason or the other. And that's why I most time refers to as the word of Master Shaolin Shine In Yin, where he spoke about 5 hindrances that can prevent you from achieving self-mastery. One of it is if you have sensual desire of sight, touch, taste, smell, hearing. That is, you are addicted to something. If you're too addicted to something, it'll be very difficult for you to make a move in life. And to achieve all of what we've been talking today, whether model 1, model 2, model 3, or to even be able to attract foreign employer will be difficult because you're just addicted. Sometimes ill will or aversion, i.e., when you feel negative emotion, can prevent you from becoming who you want to be or from getting to where you want to go. So you need to watch out for any negative emotion that is saying you cannot be this, you cannot be that. No. Remember what I told you, how I started my talk. I said I want to thank the UK government because this is a place where opportunity is open. You can become whatever you want to be, and you don't have to have a negative emotion. Sometimes when you're dull or you're heavy, i.e. you're unmotivated, we said these can also prevent you from achieving what we call self-mastery and understanding yourself. It blocks your clarity and you cannot see, you cannot move, you cannot, make a move in life. Restlessness, i.e. when your mind jump around, you just keep thinking of different things. Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? So we said when you don't have settled mind, when you're facing unsettled mind, it becomes so difficult for you to see clarity and you cannot even take steps. Because all of what I was telling you before now, attracting new employer, becoming an IFA member, researching, committing yourself to development, self-development, CPD, you can't achieve all of these things if you have all these 5 hindrances blocking your view. And the last one is skeptical doubt. That is when you are indecisive. You don't even know what to do with your life. You can't make a move. You can't decide what to do. But I think it is important for us all, looking into 2021, no matter how uncertainty COVID-19 is bringing for us or is making things to look like, we should be committed to our next level and we should make a move with our life. We should make positive decisions and we should definitely go forward with whatever we want to. And this is where I like to stop, and I've also put my contact there. Just in case you want to catch up with me, please do feel free to be in touch, and I'm more than happy to help in whatever capacity I can. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Larry, thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Excellent. Huge amount of information, lots of detail, a real degree of insight, and some help, I think, there. So thank you. You've covered a lot there. Can I ask from our participants, if you have questions, and I'm sure you will, given the nature and the detail within that presentation, can you kindly use the Q&A button facility that you will find either at the top or the bottom of your screen? Type that in and I can pick that up. Christian, can I ask, you've listened to the presentation.
Yes.
Do you have any comments or thoughts, please?
Yes, what I would say is that we want to express our profound gratitude to Larry. I called him personally. Larry, do you think we can do this? and he was very responsive, and we were able to do this. Whichever information we were expecting had been summarized in a very beautiful way to be presented to us all. And Larry, I'm very happy you added the appendixes to it. To the participants who may not have, I think Larry can share that screen again. The appendix with all the links where you can get all the information to this, all the information that you need. Larry has shared from the skilled worker, from eligibility to the technical resources to finding the list of approved employer. Actually, I followed the link this afternoon when Larry shared the slides, and I found about 30,000 list of approved employers, about 30,000 of them. Yeah. So we all should follow the appendix. We will share that particular slide. If not all the slides, we will share that particular one so that persons who would want to follow the link, but notwithstanding, having a professional affiliation, as Larry has said, is the key to accessing this very important resource, because being employed over there involves a lot of competition. And when I read from the resources Larry shared this afternoon, I saw that there is a salary cut. Even there should be an income level that makes you qualified. So in as much as the employer should see value in you, that will make him willing to pay you that particular amount. So Larry, in fact, this is a very insightful session. We have had a lot. The appendices alone summarizes everything. What I want to assure local members is that I'm always available. I'm always there. I receive calls as late as 2 a.m., but we're still there to support. Some people may want to start from the preparation of CV. You can contact myself, you can contact Larry. You can review the CV, review, assess, and see. Then all the guidance will be given. We are always available. And thank you, Jonathan, too, the man who never says no. Jonathan is always there to listen to whichever discussion we have. So in the meantime, we will go to, Jonathan, let's go to the questions. I've seen some Q&A.
Okay. Yeah. The first question, Larry, is can I convert my tourism visa to secure a job as you mentioned?
Okay. Again, I would like to recall my caveat, and the caveat is that I'm not an immigration lawyer, and not that I don't have an answer to the question, but the Home Office, this is a UK. Remember I told you about those fundamental values. There's stringent rule around advising people when you're not an immigration lawyer. So take note, I'm not a lawyer, but the answer to the question is that tourist visas most of the time requires you to return back to your own country. So you can't do so much other than being a tourist. So that is what I can say. But remember what I said, this is not an immigration advice. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's understood. Christian, either you or I can take this question because Vishnu Buckle has asked, how do they become a member? Vishnu, can I suggest firstly that you make contact, or Christian will make contact with you after this afternoon's webinar. But to become a member, you must meet 2 criteria, and both of the criteria must be met. You either complete the Institute's education program, or we recognise your prior learning of equal or equivalent standing. So that can be professional examinations that you've taken, or it can be academic studies that you've completed in full. So there is the education and prior learning criteria. The second criteria is experience, and one must have 3 years plus relevant accountancy and finance work experience. If you meet both of those criteria, you complete an application form, which I or Christian can provide you with. You complete that in full. You must return evidence to us, so copies of fully recognised international professional membership bodies, or transcripts to support your professional and or academic studies, a full and current CV and certified identification are returned with the application form to Christian. Christian will check through that. He'll help and support you where needed. Christian then sends that to the head office, UK head office, and we will then go about processing that. Obviously, as well, to become a member, there are payment of fees, and the fees are a one-off application fee of £72, and for associate financial accountant, AFA membership grade, there is £196 annual membership fee, and that will take you from the 1st of January through to the 31st of December 2021. When you renew your membership towards the back end of next year, you are only then paying the annual membership renewal fee, 196 as it stands now. So a simple process, straightforward process. Please, Christian will be in touch, and we look forward to supporting you and helping you, Vishnu, make that step to become a member of the Institute. And for any other non-members who've joined us this afternoon, please, Christian will be in touch, but do make contact with Christian. He can help guide you and talk you through the process, as well as understand your professional and academic background. Hopefully that helps there. Somebody's asking, how long does it take to move to the UK after you become a member? Right. I don't know if you want to answer that, Larry, or you want me to.
I think it is important to separate membership of IFA to migrating to the UK. The membership of IFA is just an indication to the, to your immediate environment or to your community or to the whole world that you are an accountant. It sort of come with an opportunity for you to use some designated letter at the back of your name. It's not necessarily the same thing as a visa to travel to the UK. Now, whether you want to come to the UK or how you come to the UK is subject to the route of entry clearance you chose that you want to go, whether the skilled worker, the global talent representative, or an overseas or visitor visa, which needs to be separated completely from IFA membership. Thank you.
Yeah, but what I want to add is that the membership to IFA gives you it makes you fulfill a requirement through the skilled worker scheme. Yes. So there is no timeline actually. It depends on the member and how quick you are able to secure the employment and other things that come along with it. So being a member of IFA does not mean that you automatically qualify to enter into the UK, but then it gives you a fulfillment of the requirements and gives you a more clearer opportunity. I think, yes.
Yeah, no, I would agree, Christian, with everything you've just said. Larry, the same. Membership of the Institute can support in your application and the process that you would need to go through, but the time scales are driven in a way by the individual by the visa process, but also the planning that you will have to do before, during, and after. So I don't think we couldn't put a time frame or timeline on that. Membership can help and support. And I think this sort of leads into a further question we've had. The Institute will help members with a visa application. We can support, we can help with providing a letter of good standing. We can ensure that you are knowledgeable, you are building your awareness of the UK accountancy and finance landscape through CPD, through the Institute's website, through networking with members. Yes, at the moment it's through online mechanisms, but we are there to support in terms of building your appreciation, your knowledge and your understanding, as I say, of the UK accounting landscape. But we will help any member as much as we can.
Just to add to that, Jonathan, I think that what you've just done is to answer the question around the global talent visa somebody is asking, and the letter, which is a very prompt response that I was also looking at. But let me or add to that your response by congratulating that person that asked that question for, in the first instance, even thinking about global talent visa. This is one very much, it's a powerful category that for even thinking about it, you deserve a credit. Now, let me say this to you. The type of letter that you require as somebody applying for global talent visa, it's not difficult for anybody to provide you that letter once you have the track record. I mean, these are letters that somebody just need to say that, look, we know this person and this is his track record. We can sort of support what he does. So let me say this, if you're a member of an IFA and you want to apply for global talent and you have that track record, I don't think it will be hard for somebody like our CEO, John Edward, to support you with that type of letter. Because obviously you have the track record there. And we can go to the Institute portal to check, are you committed to CPD? Are you attending branch meetings? What are you doing to the Institute to grow the Institute? And I think it's not so hard for somebody to put pen into paper to put down all of this and to say yes, that you're doing it. So I think if you're thinking about global talent visa, please go for it. Just go for it. And be in touch with your representative, be in touch with Jonathan, be in touch with everybody who are at the ends of affair of the Institute. A letter of good standing used to take shape or used to play a role in these instances. If they need to do extra, trust me, IFA is that institute to think of. You get massive support.
Yeah, Larry, thank you. I think the point around continuing professional development, CPD, is actually really important here because members, as they are renewing their membership at the moment, not only are paying fees, but they are also completing the necessary member declaration. And part of that declaration is declaring that you have completed the 40 hours of CPD required over the course of 12 months. If you joined halfway through the year, just for those benefit, it is prorated. But that declaration is vitally important if we're going to support you, because have you maintained and met your CPD requirement? You're looking at a visa, you're looking at emigrating, you're looking at working in the UK, but it could be another country. But that demonstration, and for your institute to provide the recommendation or the letters of good standing, you also as members need to play your role. Yeah. Sorry, there's another question about MOUs and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Ghana. I think the thing that I can say there is that at the moment we don't have an MOU with the ICAG, but behind the scenes that is something that Christian and I are working on. So there's something for us to be able to update members with, I hope, in the first quarter of next year.
I have one Mutawakal who confirmed that this is a good information session for them. Thank you, Mutawakal, for that.
Yes, I want to add a little bit to the MOU, Jonathan, that was rightly given. We at IFA are committed to making sure that all members, so long as you join the institute, you would be satisfied with whichever expectations you have for the institute. I can confirm that we are working vigorously behind the scenes to secure an MOU with the ICAG. But then anybody in Ghana would understand that the new IFA bill was just passed, the ICAG bill was just passed in Parliament, and we are waiting for the president to assent it before further things could be done. So I can assure you that we are working on it. Let's keep on hoping. But then membership to IFA is a full elephant on its own. It's big, it's huge, it's something that it's independent on its own, depending on how you perceive your membership and what you as an individual want to achieve as an accountant and where you want your professional prowess to reach. Yes, that is a little bit I want to add to that. Someone sent a message that but I requested that, but it was denied by the IFA. I think this is someone who requested for some sort of letter. We have to go deeper into it and see why and how it was rejected. Perhaps you may not have been maintaining your CPD. The IFA, being a professional institution, will always provide information as it is. We would not cook information just to suit a member's need. If you want help from the IFA, then you also have to be in that position. If you have to maintain 20 CPD, the IFA will not say you have maintained 12, but because you are a member, we will cover you up and provide you document or recommendation for that 20. No, the IFA is a fully fledged professional body and will not engage itself in any sort of that. So I want members to know that so long as the IFA is ready to support members through whichever of all the opportunities we have enlisted today, the IFA is not in the position to do anything unprofessional just to satisfy members. Persons who want to join, the door is still opened. We have very, very interesting new year ahead of us. Let's take one or more question and then we would close.
Sorry, Christian, can I just with reference to that specific question from what I assume is a member, if they could make contact with you, give you a little bit more detail and information.
Yes.
The Institute's office does shut this evening and reopens on the 4th of January. So I'm not promising at all to do anything with that today or tomorrow, but if we can gather information, we will come back and deal with that particular request. We'll look into it. Another question is from Edward, who joined the Institute in November. The answer to your question, Edward, is that your CPD requirement is prorated to the number of months you were a member. So you will need to demonstrate that you've completed 2/12 of your CPD requirement. And I will emphasize again, the CPD requirement is 40 hours per annum. 20 of those are verifiable, 20 are non-verifiable. So, you know, it's 2/12 of that annual 40 hours requirement. But I hope that that clarifies and answers Edward's question.
Yes. So those, I think if you want to contact me, you can contact me on christiano@ifa.org.uk, or you can reach me on 02019245930. 02019245930. You can also send an email. Then those requesting for the slides, we would review the request and see, since some of them may contain personalized data, we would have to seek, discuss with Larry before we would share. But the slide that contains the links and resources, I would ask the consent of Larry to share it to our members and attendees soon as we complete this session. I hope it's approved, sir.
Yeah, please do share it. And let me just on that note also give some closing remarks, if that's okay, Jonathan. Is it okay to?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I think please feel free to share the slide, Christine, and of course you can PDF it or you can leave it as it is and share it. I'm everywhere on LinkedIn. People can reach out to me, and you know I don't have any hidden data, and just let it go, let them have it. But you see, we've been here in a very difficult year. This year is very difficult and very challenging. 2021 still remained very tricky, but I've enjoyed so much the support and the benefit of being a member of IFA. It has continued to make me, you know, keep track of, you know, professionalism and developing myself. And it's on these that I'm going to rely again in 2021. I look forward to, you know, hearing from some of you that you're now in the UK, you're working in an accounting firm, and some of you confirming that you've now won the Global Talent Visa, and you know that you've made a move as a result of today's meeting, that you've joined IFA, that you've sort of renewed your membership. These are the news I would like you to share with me. And then until when we get to meet again, have a lovely Christmas, and you know, wishing you a prosperous new year in advance. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
One final thing. From next year, we are going to share our member profile. We are going to pick each member's profile and share on our official LinkedIn page. Anyone who wants to follow our LinkedIn page, you go to LinkedIn. You can follow us on Facebook. You can send me an email, christiano@ifa.org.uk, 02019245930. Let's do more work. Let's equip ourselves professionally. Members, existing members who are yet to renew their membership, this should be a wake-up call to all of us. There's more reason as to why we should renew our membership. John Edwards has a very, should I say, emotional and sweet Christmas message to us all. Let me read. He says, Larry and Christian, I would like to thank you both. I would like to wish you and all delegates a very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. This is from the CEO of IFA who joined us. Larry and Christian, I would like to thank you both. I would like to wish you and all delegates a very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. We wish you same, John Edwards, and I will hand over to Jonathan so that we complete the session.
I will thank Larry again for his time this afternoon. I think the last question or comment sums it up. It's been very helpful. It's been very informative. So, Larry, thank you. To members, we've talked about renewals as part of the sort of Q&A session, but please do renew your membership. That is about paying the fees. That is about completing your annual member declaration. Both need doing. If you have any queries or you want any help with that, please do contact Christian from a local representative perspective. We've talked a lot about CPD, and all I would say to members and non-members is please look at the Institute's website, www.ifa.org.uk/CPD. I hope I will see a number of you on the 13th of January for the first webinar of 2021. Please do register. We look forward to seeing you. Everybody said it, but I will also say it. I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Please stay safe. Please be healthy. Enjoy yourselves. And I wish you all the very best for the new year. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to supporting and helping you in 2021. Thank you all. Good afternoon.
Jonathan.
Bye-bye.
Good job.
Bye-bye.
All right, Christian. Bye.